guys, welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Today we are gonna look at another Angelina Jordan. We haven't actually watched her in a while, so we thought it would be a good idea to kind of go and look back. We chose this song, Fly Me to the Moon. Honestly, I've been wanting to watch this for the longest time, but then other suggestions
Yeah,
would
I
happen.
remember.
Yeah, and then so we
Yeah,
had to
the
switch.
first video that we took, we reacted to two of her songs. And the first one was from Queen, and the second one we were searching for an original. And I remember that from then you were like, Fly Me to the Moon.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that? And I was like, no, let's do one original.
Yeah.
And I remember that from then
Yeah.
you wanted to.
So
Yeah,
I still
listen to-
haven't watched that because I wanted to save it, but then we wanted to like do it one more time, but then we ended up doing like another request. So anyway, Today is the day we are actually gonna do this. So this is from 8 years ago, so I'm guessing she's still very young here from the thumbnail. But I love this. I mean, I guess who doesn't like this song? But I love the song, and I've heard so many versions of it, and this is like a song that everybody also sings in karaoke. So I'm interested to see how her version, I'm sure, is like very different based on what we heard from other songs of her. But I'm interested to see how she's different, like what she does to make it different. Directed
by
yeah.
the grandmother.
Yeah.
Such beautiful landscape.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me.
Oh, look at that.
Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
Before ending this video, because this is the first time that we are seeing I guess the other original was also like a music video, but from this age of her, like all we listened to were like live versions or like a live performances or like studio recordings. So it's very interesting to see like a music video that was like she's also like kind of acting a little bit, and it's very interesting. And I think she's a little bit older here. Based on, I mean, she looks a little bit older than, and then 8 years ago, I think she's 11 or 12. I think she's like 20 now. But yeah, so I can see. I don't know. I feel like her voice is. I like it a little bit better, but like compared to. I mean, it was interesting because I mean, when an 8-year-old or 9-year-old sings like that, you're very impressed. But I like that. I think the voice is also maturing as she grows.
I have the exact opposite opinion for you.
Okay.
Because when she was younger, she had this full voice, and I feel like here is the start of puberty a little, and her voice is in between. Because the first video that we reacted, it was one original and one Queen. She was fully grown up, and the voice was completely, ready and complete in its full. And the other ones that she was so younger, she was also, you know, had this whole skills and the full voice of her, and very, you know, trained. And every person that you know, hit puberty, because the voices are changing and your body is changing, it, you can't, even though you have the techniques, you can't have, you know, there is a very
Yeah.
bad part in your life called
Transitioning.
puberty, that everything changes and your voice change. And I think here is like in
In
between
between.
this era for
Maybe.
me, I mean,
Okay.
for what I
Okay. I
hear.
mean, let's see how.
In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and help me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other
Cool.
words, please be true. In other words, in other words, in other words, I love you.
Yeah, that was actually very nice. I like that. I mean, because I like this
Yeah.
song, one reason. But I think
Mm.
actually I enjoyed her singing. One of the reasons that I feel like maybe you feel like that, I'm not, I'm sure like the transitioning voice is right. But I feel like also every song that we listen to, she changes that, her voice and some of the
Mm.
techniques based on the song. So I wonder if that's also a reason that like we are hearing a
Mm.
slightly different
Yeah.
voice. So I don't know what you guys
Yeah.
think about that, but also I love this shot. I love the directing. Like I
Mm.
know her
Yes.
grandma is like an artist. I didn't know she's also a director, but I really enjoyed the music video. Like this shot here, it's so
Mm.
cool. Yeah, the
Yeah,
ending shot here.
exactly. As you said, the whole video there were some really cool shot. The camera angle
Yeah.
were really artistically videoed. Like they were like, it's from the eyes of an artist.
Yeah.
They were like photos somehow, but in a very cool angle. And then they were instead of photos, they were videos. And I think they purposely choose this landscape because it was kind of like what moon would look like. I think it was a little, you know, the empty mountains and a little whitey color. For me, it was like, oh yeah, they choose this landscape because it's Fly Me to the Moon, and they wanted to, you know, like
Yeah.
create a moon, something like that.
Wow, that was cool. Yeah, I like that. And then one thing that I really like about her voice is how she vibratos. I think we talked about it in other
Yes.
video, like the wide vibratos that are happening. They are, I don't know, it's like something about that. I like that. I like a really like big vibrato. And she does that
Yeah.
a lot, like in a lot of the words that she
Yeah,
sings.
it's her signature.
Yeah.
Like, if I think of her voice, I would think exactly
Yeah.
about these vibratos.
Right, yeah, exactly. And then the way that she sometimes like holds the word for a little bit sometimes, and especially toward the end of the phrases, and then she starts that vibrato. It's so cool. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very very cool. And I'm very interested to see like more of her recent works, because I think like 80% of what we saw was from like this age, which I understand, because like it's very impressive. Everybody is like, how can like this young of a person sing like that? But now that I think we've seen so many, I think in our next videos we want to like watch or listen to some of her more recent ones. So if you guys have any suggestions for that, yeah, like either originals or like the covers that she's done, that doesn't matter. But then I think like the more recent songs that she released, I would be interested to see like how she sounds like more like right now. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let us know. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Don't forget to like this video, drop your comments, and subscribe to our channels. We posted a Q&A post so you can ask your questions. I'm gonna put a link in the description, and we're gonna record that video answering to your questions because we hit 10,000 a few days ago. So thank you also for that. And if you want to support us more, there's a buy me coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.